Okay, it's time for a coffee. And now is the time to thank today's video sponsor, Vivaya. If you are not familiar with Vivaya, I am so happy to introduce you to them. They are a shoe brand committed to eco-friendly, high quality, comfortable and chic footwear. And they create designs that are sustainably minded using recycled materials. Vivaya has sent me 2 pairs of shoes. The Audrey loafers are a round toe, embroidered flat. I got mine in black cheetah, but these come in a range of colors and patterns. These are made from recycled materials. They are so soft and comfortable with this extra toe space. And as they are foldable and lightweight, machine washable, they are perfect for travel. I got the Julie Arch Pro mid-height heel. These are also known as the running heel. They feature an almond toe, a mid-height heel with the most delicious curve from profile. And I mean, at this point, they are basically iconic. These are the most comfortable mid-height heels you will find, which means they are perfect for either daily office wear or evening attire, which is how I'm more likely to wear them. Vivaya are always working to improve their comfort technology, and these mid-height heels come with arch support 3.0 and a honeycomb cushioned insole. I would size up on these slightly because of the insole. I already own the Margot Mary Jane in black and ruby red. The Margot Mary Jane has a gorgeous little adjustable strap to make sure that the fit is completely customized to your foot. Each pair of Margot Mary Janes is made from 6 recycled plastic bottles. They are antimicrobial, breathable, easy to care for. I do have a discount code for Vivaya that you can use across their whole range. It is on the screen right now. I have also linked the Vivaya shoes featured in this video in the description box below. Thank you so much to Vivaya for sponsoring today's video. So I have been trying to workshop various aspects of my home. And I have this Ikea shelf that I purchased especially for this apartment. This little spot in my apartment is by far the most decor that I have had in years and years and years and years. Actually, I felt quite brave when I decided that these pieces were so lovely and valuable to me that I wanted to display them in my home. And the other thing that this bookshelf does is it's quite functional. It has little nooks for things that I use daily, basically, like all my Pilates workout stuff, my watering can and other plant stuff, a few books here and, you know, just things. It has function, this shelf, for sure. There is one side of the shelf that is very aesthetically pleasing, that has all of my favorite things on it. And then the other side has just stuff that I probably have gotten a bit sick of looking at. It was time to check out Ikea. I haven't been there since whenever I last posted a video where I went to Ikea. You know, if I'm going to Ikea, you're coming with me. That's the only time I go to Ikea now, is if you're coming along with me.
I'm looking for a corner cupboard.
Do you even know how to snack? Come on, baby. Ow. Back outside? Back outside? Great. So I was hoping these drawer boxes would sort of alleviate the aesthetic issue of me not enjoying what I was looking at, and it's worked. Please, if you do have any comments or questions, drop them in the comments. Thank you to Patty for this comment/question. I guess if you are used to having a lot of stuff, and you know, the idea of not having a lot of stuff makes you feel like the place is gonna look or feel empty, then well, you've got some options. First, just leave it as it is. If you don't have a real purpose in having to declutter that area, you don't need to declutter that area. But if you are someone who is motivated to find some negative space in your home, I guess a good motivation would be, for me, contemplation. That's why I like negative space. I like negative space in all aspects of my life to create space for other things, basically. I love a bit of boredom. I love a bit of emptiness. I find that gets my creativity going. It gives me ideas. I think people underestimate the value of just empty space, whether it be in your home or in your mind. It's hard to come up with new ideas and fresh inspiration if you're looking at a whole bunch of stuff that maybe you're finding a little bit distracting. You know, a lot of colors, a lot of shapes, a lot of dimension, depth. You know, that's all visual information. So if you consider negative space a space for contemplation, that might motivate you to create areas of negative space. And how you do that is completely up to you. Obviously, you could go through some sort of a decluttering process, or you could, you know, just take down some artworks, maybe do what I'm doing and just cover some things up, put them away, basically. There's a huge difference between looking at a white area or some furniture, large bits of color to do with furniture, rather than, you know, the little details on the specific shelf. I find that neutral areas, less colors, less contrast, keep my space feeling calmer. You know, maybe those things aren't really decluttering, but they will give you the illusion of more space or negative space. You just got fed, you just got a treat, and you've got food, and Mum's wearing black, so please do not touch me. So you may remember that I am currently doing a low-buy year. I spoke about it in a recent video. I will put that video up. I have a whole bunch of rules in place for this low-buy year, and one of them is a 1 in, 1 out policy. And out of all of the rules that I've come up with for the slow buy year, I feel that might be the most challenging one on this occasion. There's a part of me that will want new things, and I want to build some more variety into my wardrobe, but I'm definitely in a place where I do not want to be making my wardrobe larger. I spoke a little actually about this in my last video. There's a bit of a challenge there. The challenge is that I like most of my wardrobe. But anyway, I digress. In this video, you just saw me accept a gift of shoes. In my previous video, there were a few pieces of clothing that came in. I'm gonna have to do some decluttering. I got 4 pieces of fitness clothing come into my wardrobe, but what I thought I would do is remove a few things from my leisure section that were pretty old and worn out, and I wasn't really wearing much anyway. So I've already done that privately, and I'm not going to show you what those things are, because those things, they don't need to see the light of day. So you can definitely consider that I've gotten rid of some old, worn out things that I'm not excited about. There are a couple things that have been weak links in my wardrobe that I'm happy to say goodbye to, so I just want to show them to you. The first is this white t-shirt. Just an ordinary tight-fitting white tee, but the problem with it is it's the sleeve. It's too tight fitting. I was finding that I was getting quite stained quite easily. Yeah, it's not the best thing for the Australian summer to have a tight fitting top, and it's white, so any sort of issues come up. And I did recently wear this, and kind of when I wore it, I also just wasn't loving it. I think the neck is too high for what it is. I've decided it's time to say goodbye to it. If you've watched my wardrobe tour video, you'll know that I have a lot of tops. Tops are the largest category in my wardrobe, so I do feel happy to sort of remove a few tops from my life, because I'm sure that there are quite a few of them that don't get a lot of wear, and this one barely ever gets wear. I think that's the other thing I realized. I kind of get a little bit more excited about the other things, the other options, the other tops in my wardrobe. So yeah, this one's probably... And I have this other thing that I want to say goodbye to. I call it a pilgrim dress. It's a sort of a loose mini cotton dress that I don't think is the most flattering look on me. It's kind of like a baby doll look, but it really doesn't complement my figure. Let's be real. My figure's strength is the waist area, and I don't have the best legs. Objectively, I don't have the best legs. So this kind of dress, it really is for people who have good legs. That's when it's most flattering. For me, it just covers up all the good bits. It's not a good dress for me in the first place. But the reason I held on to it was because it did come in really handy when I was in Greece. So when I was traveling, it was, 35 degrees every day in Greece, if not more. It was really hot, and, it really helped to have this thing, and that's kind of how I've used it here. It's kind of like this tunic thing that I chuck on when I'm feeling really, really lazy, can't be bothered putting sunscreen on, and I just want to run out for a minute or whatever. That's just it's kind of a no-brainer thing to throw on in that sense. But the fact is, I don't think I've worn this once this summer. We're already 3 months into summer, and I'm not wearing it. And when I made that wardrobe tour video, I tried on every single thing. When I looked at the footage of most of the other stuff, I was like, yeah, that's cute. I look cute in that. But when I saw myself in this dress, I thought, oh, that is not cute. And ever since then, staring at it in my wardrobe, it's kind of just been annoying me. It really just doesn't fit in with the other themes in my wardrobe. And this is something I've found whenever I've had a larger wardrobe. There are certain things that, while technically there's maybe not necessarily anything wrong with them, or they're usable or whatever, if I'm in a situation where I end up having the option to wear it, and I've repeatedly in my mind make the decision not to wear it, and I always have other options, that's just a clue for me that I just don't need that thing. So that is something that is leaving my life as well. Hey, you're such a gentleman. You know you're only allowed on the sofa if you're on the blankie. I know you can hear me. I've just bought some new shoes into my life. I've been thinking about which shoes to let go of. Maybe when it comes to shoes, I'm a little bit more relaxed about my one in, one out policy. I've basically decided it's okay for me to have a few more pairs of shoes in general. But I mean, over time, I'll probably just take something else out of some other area of my wardrobe. I'm only ready at this time to let go of one pair of shoes, but I think you'll agree that my decision is very practical. So we've just brought in this beautiful almond toe mid-height heel from Vivaya. Damn, I love this heel. It's exactly, it's the same, isn't it? Oh, it's so good. So yeah, I've just brought this one in. The other thing I'm playing with here is the square toe mid-height heel. So this shoe, I'm pretty sure, is still available on the Vivaya website. Now, I think this shoe is so chic. This is definitely one of the nicest pair of mid-height heels I've ever owned. They're really just amazing, but when I got these, I got them a little too small. They feel great for probably about an hour of wear, but because they are a little small in the toe box, I just find that after extended wear, my toes get a little bit tight. They feel a little tight. And so I think I've made the difficult decision to say goodbye to these. Now, obviously, I have an almost identical pair come in, so it makes sense. Oh, okay, that's interesting. And I've just noticed that this one's taller here and in the toe box as well. I don't need two pairs of shoes that are so similar, and especially since one of them is so much more comfortable than the other. Yeah, it's just the tiniest little bit larger. It's the tiniest little bit larger, but it's probably the tiniest little bit larger that I need. I have made the difficult decision to say goodbye to those. Now, if you are enjoying this video and would like to see more from me, then I would love for you to consider joining my beautiful Patreon community. My Patreon community is a big part of how I am able to make a living here on YouTube. And because I appreciate the Patreon community's contribution so much to my work, I often give them the opportunity to decide what kind of work I create, whether it be over on Patreon or over here. I post a new video in the Patreon community every Monday and have been doing so since 2017. So as soon as you subscribe, you get access to hundreds of videos that I've posted over many years. The last video I posted in the Patreon community was my current workout routine. I've decided I'm going to take a short break from posting content here on YouTube, but I never stop posting in the Patreon community, so there will be a new video there even when I'm not here. Hopefully I'll see you over there. Well, my friend, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your comments. Please comment more. Thank you for your likes, your subscription, and I would love for you to check out Vivaya's shoe range. They really have so many beautiful, comfortable styles and a variety of colors and patterns. And if you do decide to purchase something, you can use my discount code across the whole range. And I have posted the shoes featured in today's video in the description box. A massive thank you for your loyalty and love as always. I'll see you soon.